What is up, Giants fans? It's your boy J Dimes, and we are back with another Giants video. Glad to be back. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be back posting regular videos. No more off the wall, draft videos. The draft is officially over. Finally, it was a long draft full of trades and, surprising selections. Just crazy. Just crazy, man. Just crazy. But like I said, we are back. But before we get into this one, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, join the gang. On the way to 170. All right, man. Now today, we're basically recapping the draft and just giving my thoughts on it. And first, also, I want to just say to the Jets, the other New York team, shout out to them. Congrats to all the Jets fans out there, man. Y'all went out there and y'all had a successful draft. You got your quarterback of the future in Zach Wilson. You got yourselves an offensive lineman in Elijah Vera Tucker. Got a good running back in Michael Carter. Y'all just had a successful draft, man. Shout out to them. But with the Giants, I like this draft, man. I love it. I was a guy coming into this draft I wanted a wide receiver round one. If it was Devontae Smith, it was Jalen Waddle. If it was Rashad Bateman, I didn't care. I really wanted a wide receiver in the first round. So I had my favorites. I had my favorites. Like Devontae Smith, that was my favorite wide receiver. But I just wanted a wide receiver in the first round, right? But the Giants went on and traded back with the Chicago Bears and accumulated a first-round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. So now they have 10 picks in next year's draft compared to this year where we only had 6. We only had 6. So they ended up trading back up and stuff like that. So, but either here or there, the Giants took a wide receiver in the first round. That wide receiver was the one and only Kadarius Toney out of Florida. And that boy right there is a human highlight reel. He is. He is a human highlight reel. I'm seeing people say that the pick was bad, but no. That pick was a good pick. Urban Meyer made the Giants taking Kadarius Toney with the 20th overall pick look even better. Because he said it himself. It broke his heart that he couldn't get Kadarius Toney at pick 25. So for all the guys saying that was a reach and that we could have probably gotten him in the second round, that's not true. Yeah, he wasn't making it to the second round. I didn't have him making it to the second round. I had him going to the Packers. But yeah, Kadarius Toney was a great pick by the Giants. He brings versatility to the offense, just a dynamic playmaker. Just a human highlight reel. When you give him the ball, be ready to get 6 points on the board. Be ready. Be prepared. Because that's what the mentality Kadarius Toney has. He has that. Dude catches the ball and he's looking for 6. He doesn't play like his size. In some plays, he just doesn't play like his size. Now, there's some other plays where, he's going to burn someone. You can see why he's 6 foot, good 193 pounds. But then you have other plays where he's running over people. He's breaking off tackles from linebackers and safeties. That is something right there that not everyone has. You can't teach the stuff Kadarius Toney has. You can't teach that type of effort that Kadarius Toney has when he has the ball in his hand. You can't teach that. People say that his route running is bad. He's not a bad route runner. He just needs to get more consistent. Some routes he sells it pretty good. And then there's other routes where, you wish you could have sold it even better. And that's fixable. That is fixable. Next, Azeez Ojulari. I'm just going to be breaking down some of the top picks I liked. Azeez Ojulari. That right there has to be the best pick in this whole draft, in my opinion, for the Giants. You are getting a guy that was projected to go in the first round. And you got him in the second round, and you traded back and still got him. The Giants traded back and got their guy that they wanted, twice. The Giants went to Devontae Smith. Okay, we're going to trade back. And we still going to get ourselves a pretty good receiver. We traded back in the second round with the Dolphins. Accumulated another third-round pick for next year in 2022. And we still got our guy in Azeez Ojulari, edge rusher, outside linebacker out of Georgia. It was a fun thing to watch when we saw that Andrew Thomas, our offensive tackle, our starting left tackle, was actually in attendance with Azeez Ojulari when he got drafted. If that didn't warm your heart as a Giants fan, I don't know what will. I don't know what will. Azeez Ojulari and Andrew Thomas was also roommates when they were in college. So that's just a great pick there, man. And me personally, I feel like Azeez Ojulari was the best edge rusher in the draft. I feel that way. I feel that way right now. Because I said I wanted Jalen Phillips. And the reason why I'm now like recouping my pick, not just because I'm a Giants homer. I'm not a Giants homer, but Azeez Ojulari, when you're taking into account production and the history of the injuries and the scheme fit with the Giants, he was the best pick for them. Jalen Phillips' injury history probably was a little bit too much of a risk for the Giants to take on. Kwity Paye doesn't really fit the system as a 3-4 outside linebacker. He's more of a 4-3 defensive end. Who's next there? Gregory Rousseau he's not worth taking in the first round, even though he did go in the first round to the Buffalo Bills. He wasn't worth taking in the first round. Who was the next guy that made the most sense? Azeez Ojulari. And you get him in the second round, and you accumulated a third round pick while doing so. That is a bona fide fleece. That's a bona fide fleece. Dave Gettleman just fleeced the whole NFL, man. He just did it. You just watched him do it. I love that right there, man. There was a lot of guys on the board at the time, but you took an edge rusher that was projected to go in the first round. That's a bona fide dub. That's a W. 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 What's another pick? Aaron Robinson, cornerback out of UCF. Now, at the time, I made a video. I said I was confused by the pick. I was confused. I didn't say it was a bad pick. I didn't say that was a bad pick. I didn't say it was a bad pick. I was confused about the pick. I didn't really understand what the mindset of the Giants was when they took him in the third round. But after just looking at more research, finding out who he is as a player, what is his strengths, what is his weaknesses, that was also another good pick by the Giants. The Giants set themselves up from the future and to win now. That was something that they did in this draft. You get impact players day one, like Kadarius Toney and Azeez Ojulari, but you also get some picks for 2022. You get some players that are going to be here in 2022 when James Bradbury isn't here no more, like Aaron Robinson. Aaron Robinson is a guy who can play in the slot. I think if he does get on the field this year, he's going to play it in the slot, nickel corner. But later on down the road, you can develop him into a boundary corner. He has the build of a boundary corner. He's like 6'1", 6 foot, almost 200 pounds. He has the build of a boundary corner, but he's fast like a slot. That was a good pick by the Giants again. Ellerson Smith. I'm going to end it on this one. Ellerson Smith, edge rusher, outside linebacker out of Northern Iowa. I love that pick. Look at the production. Now, I know he was at a small school, but just look at the production. Like 14.5 sacks, 20 tackles for loss. That is amazing production there. And we've seen some edge rushers from small schools develop into good edge rushers. One that comes on the top of my mind, Matthew Judon. Went to Grand Valley State. And now is on his second contract with the New England Patriots. Not saying that Ellerson Smith will be that, but if we develop him right, Patrick Graham is one of the best defensive coordinators. He just showed you that last year. If anyone can develop a guy like Ellerson Smith into being a good pass rusher, it's him. It's him. So the Giants went out there. They set themselves up for a good future. They set themselves up to win now. And that was something that if the Giants were going to walk out of the draft doing that, I was happy with it. I'm down. Right? If you took an offensive lineman or not. They also went out after the draft and signed 2 undrafted free agent offensive linemen. You got the offensive lineman, I think it's Jake Burton out of UCLA. And you also got the Brett Hagee guy, the center out of Florida. So they went out there and they took some offensive linemen too, man. Undrafted free agents can be something. They could turn into something. Nick Gates was an undrafted free agent. And look now, he's a starting center for our team. He had a pretty good year last year. I like Nick Gates. So the Giants went out there. And they served good. They served good. I like the picks they had. It's no pick in this draft. I say that's a bad pick. That's a bad pick. There's no pick in this draft. They went BPA, and I had no problem with it. But yeah, man, that's really gonna do it. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and join the gang. And until then, it's been your boy Jay Times. We is out. Peace.